Good evening. How you doing? I see Squeech is here. Hey man. And seeing a picture is not doing shit right. She's taking a hiatus, it seems. I don't know if there's anything behind that. If there's reason. But I don't look at some things here. I got a list here of things. See if you can see that. The most common distracted behaviors are right in front of you. Alright. The statistics are very serious. Just as a recap. A few more statistics. Alright.
But I have a deficiency, so what's up? Yeah, I grew reishi. My lion's mane turned into a different fungi. I don't know what it was. It was toxic, I'm sure. Savage. Too. How you are? I love Joe. Big one. Josephus, it was insane. Oh, now I'm saying I'm almost done. Like, oh my god, I'm almost done. Or I made it, I'm sorry. Now I'm saying I'm almost done. Whoa. Not does anyone notice? There's a corpse in this bed.
Sounds like she says she's gonna get arrested. Yeah, that's where some lives were saved today. I'm happy to say. There's some good news. World War III and everything going on, but there's good news, and it's coming from VP. She saved some lives today. More than likely. That's what this one was called. VP may have saved a life. You know, she saved a life. Like this. She put her car vehicle in gear.
Not does anyone notice? There's a corpse in this bed.
What the hell is that even saying? That's what cops arrested? Because they're all on Rumble, man. This is going to Rumble too, so everybody's safer over there. They get the good feed. Lincoln, meatballs, and chat here. See. I get to be seen. Cheers. Because of course. That's why cops arrested. This is how she saved a life today.
The voice you had in a chat that didn't belong to you. Literally that was my right away, but sure, like, literally you stopped after that other car that went in front of me, and then it was my turn, and then
So that could have been a fatality. Probably within 6 inches. 5.5.
it would have been your turn. Speak less. That's the first honk I got. Other than that lady, the one day when I wasn't streaming that, 35 miles per hour, I was probably going a little faster than I should have been too, but like I was the one with the direct line of vision that couldn't see to the right or left of me. She literally, that's what you're supposed to do when you're coming from an adjacent angle. You're supposed to make sure no other cars are going straight forward because they will have the right of way. I have no shame. Enjoy. And like I said, I probably was driving a little bit technically faster, but like by like 5 miles, but not by much. But I always drive a little faster than I'm supposed to by like 5 miles. But like, yeah, no, that person had the responsibility to make sure nobody was coming forward where I was coming from, because I was coming from an area of a direct driving and at a higher speed. And half an hour drive. Oh my god, what though? What the fuck? What was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to know. No, dude. Oh my god. No, what just was that? Oh shit. Fuck, dude. Oh wow. It is what it is. No, I'm not playing with it. I just drove into the trash can. No, that was not me. That was not me, I'm sorry. But that was a honky. Not funny. It was grandma and grandpa, that one was. That was funny. That was LOL. But, you know, sometimes.
Now this is Honk Gang. Video that was on YouTube Butterfly today.
Don't go that way. Stop yelling at each other.
Just so we have
You guys
context.
both are assholes there. Like, I watched.
Just so we have a lot of context here for how close people are coming to being harmed.
Shut up.
How many honks till there's a real accident? Or on purpose?
I watched that happen. I will be the judge. You're both dumb fucks. It was a grandma. It was a grandma and a Karen. It literally wasn't about me. I was sitting there watching it, but like, okay. If you want to pretend that wasn't me, even though it was about 2 other cars, we could say I've been honked at 3 total times. Still not that bad since I've had the car for like 3 months, but like, you know. I don't know. You guys, yellow skies, man. Have a night good. You deserved it, bitch. Hi, everybody else, guys. I really don't feel good though. I don't feel good though. I apologize. Hey, Joe. But yeah, I'm a little dehydrated, I think. But I gave Abby all the rest of my water because I didn't have much for me. It's okay though. Oh, you just had. I'll get some soon. Like, I hope my belly's flatter for tomorrow because like I want to be a very simple fatty.
Uh-oh. What did she say? There's that picture. Yeah. It's pretty queued up. Damn. Where did I put it? Find it. I got it. Picture. Oh no. So many.
Like, I'm not covertly asking for a dono either, but yeah, I am Giant Shrimp because before you guys took all my income away, which is really hard to do because I had so many different kinds. Yeah, I had a lot of safe. I had what you call backup plans, but you went after all of them. Shut up. Only the internet could do that because my ex wasn't smart enough to do that. He used you guys to do that. That's how it connects to PC 65342, you dumb fucks. But I digress. It's not like he had a supporter already ordered or anything, right? It was all in my head. I sucked a bunch of judge sticks. Anyways. No, I have a lot of evidence. Am I even going to use most of it or directly charge people with it? Not interested. Does it help with other cases? Absolutely. Also, one day I will show you guys a concise, reduced packet in sections of all the bad stuff that happened. And maybe some of you weren't around, maybe some of you just pretended it wasn't as bad as it was, but my God, you will be shitting yourself.
Oh yeah, this is when she talks about Q.
When you do what I have.
Thinking Q.
And I'm not using it all, but for other things. And it's all just in case people run their fucking shit. I've got a lot of stuff ready to go if I have to fight back. And I mean literally or legally, obviously. Reduce because you never want to overwhelm the courts, and there was such an abundance of it. Also, with 653.2, you have coordinations in like chat
86753.2
rooms, because it's a dox law. So you have to get like, okay, so the proof of me being stalked and the interference with ex parte, it comes from 4 different chats in 4 different months. I didn't know I was being physically stalked that day until after when Trino admitted it in someone else's chat. So like that's how that works. So you gotta have the that matters because you already committed crimes in other forums. I have evidence for it. That's what you don't need. When you have enough for sufficient proof, you don't need to overwhelm the courts with 4. You see my point? So what I did is I have a packet on all my friends who got targeted, my family who got targeted, my income, who stole my domains because I have a trademark. Yeah, I am vegan patriot. Where? I have the certificate for that, by the way. Q, you're dumb. By the way, you're so stupid. I can discover Q easily. All I have to do is sit on the phone all day and press for it, but that's not the point. However you say, well, less is more, but you don't want it to be pointless. It has to be powerful. And my God, do I have some of the most powerful shit ever. That's why when I would show it, you know, I wouldn't, yeah, maybe for you, Jen, because, well, no, you're probably smarter than most of them. I think most of them were so stupid they really did be thinking they could commit crimes. That's why I have a little respect for you. You disgust me sometimes, especially after some of the shit you pulled and what you're part of. But I have a little more, like, you're okay to talk to. I'll never trust you. My head hurts so bad. When I was in LA, when I came down, oh, I want to get some gravy. I don't know if gravy's in this aisle. God damn it.
I'm just pausing it for a minute now. See if it reconnects. Says it's not connected. Do a granular resilient synthesis set using recording of you speaking to someone in relation to the most recent assault. Damn. The fuck? I'm gonna try taking off one of these things. Let me. Misreading here.
You. Alright, these are Zoomers, they're normal. See, I like Zoomers. I don't have a problem with Zoomers. These boobs, though, motherfuckers. Okay, I could get an oil to put in, too, that I know Abby like. I just gotta make sure it's what Abby can have, which would be, I believe, hemp oil. Or, the other not ones you give to a dog. The other one would be fucking, what's it called? It's a seed.
Yeah, this is it.
Flax, it would be flax.
This is the thing here. What the fuck talking about getting oils for the dog for? I was just, listening to that sometime. Really what the topic was. The topic was more of, her driving. I keep knocking myself offline for some reason here. Keep knocking myself offline, but I don't know why. so I'm trying to figure that out too. Figure out some of these things. And she's talking about getting oils for her dog.
I don't even have flax, it's fine. I was gonna get gravy though. I just thinking it as appetizing.
She's going to get gravy for her dog. This is 17K. Got a car, got all these income streams, links, cash apps. But she's thinking about getting her dog some flax oil and gravy. Or was she talking about vaping her dog? She wanted to get her dog something that she could vape around her dog that was safe. I don't know what the fuck she's really talking about, because she never makes too much sense. So that's some stupid shit she's talking about here as usual.
And rewarding as I can, because honestly, my little girl.
Rewarding? Oh, I can just see her licking her chops over that gravy and that flax oil.
Go in that door. Go to the
I don't know what the guy looks like, so I just used Mr. Magoo.
front door.
Really do think
I
she's
should have used Yosemite Sam.
trash, and she thinks that all the things that she never did herself with twice the help. That she still couldn't be responsible enough. Look, she was a slut, opened her legs, and had me, and I ruined her life because she had to move back to Ohio. Well, her mom gave a fuck about her. And actually, no, my grandma's a piece of shit too. Sorry, Grandma, not both my grandmas. But, yeah, it is. Yeah, bae. Now you know all the stories. But the stories about my mom calling my grandma a narcissist.
Like this dumbass, thinks she's being a public figure, right? Or a trademark. She's what do you call it? Acting. This is all a skit, a sketch, a script. But in reality, it's like real life. It's all IRL, right? So she can't squirm out of this. She can't say, "Oh, that's my character." I don't know when she's calling her grandma and her mom all these fucking names. Just like everything else she does, she can't put it off on a fictional identity, even an LLC type deal, right? That's what the whole thing is. She just have to take personal liability for her words on her trademark and stuff.
How my grandma chose to abandon me as well when it became against her image. It had nothing to do with my safety. It was about her image. And all the things my mom told me about my grandpa, I'm not yelling, doxed and twisted plenty. I'm allowed to speak my truth. But yeah, no, my grandpa also abandoned my mom. So, like, it's a big thing. I'm sure it is. It's much deeper than just me and my mom. But gross held it. Yeah.
She did say she was a weirdo with an Arabian a while back there. I have the old traditional 6 nodes saw right here. I'll replace with 6. Oh, wait, I'll put it up there. There. 6 nodes in the corner there. For everybody to enjoy.
It hurts. But I literally died my little sister crying. And my mom being traumatized, supposedly. And then my dad, who didn't give a fuck about me being naked on the internet, oh, he sure was mad when she took his fucking...
Well, whose idea was it to get naked on the internet? I'd like to know.
Picture made it a cartoon. That's what Dad cared about. No instincts, none of that. Yeah.
So is she sitting here right now? Because I mean, you could just gloss over what she's saying and not really pay attention, and it just rolls over your head just like shit rolls over your head. But now that I kind of listen to it here, starting to ask questions. And now, if she really wants to talk shit about her parents, this would be a good time. This would be a good play, a good off ramp. Right at this subject.
I really do think she's trash, and she thinks that all the things that she never did herself with twice the help, that she still couldn't...
Because all I heard was her calling them all names. I didn't hear the in-between shit, really.
...be responsible enough. She was a slut, opened her legs, had me, and I ruined her life because she had to move back to Ohio. Well, her mom gave a fuck about her. And actually, no. My grandma's a piece of shit, too. Sorry, Grandma. Not both my grandmas. But, yeah, it is. Yeah, bae. Now you know all the stories. But the stories about my mom calling my grandma a narcissist, how my grandma chose to abandon me as well when it became against her image, it had nothing to do with my safety. It was about her image. And all the things my mom told me about my grandpa, I'm not yelling doxed and twisted plenty. I'm allowed to speak my truth. But yeah, no, my grandpa also abandoned my mom. So, like, it's a big thing. I'm sure it is. It's much deeper than just me and my mom. But gross, how little. Yeah, it hurts. But I literally died fighting as hard as I did last year for my little sister crying. And my mom being traumatized, supposedly. And then my dad, who didn't give a fuck about me being naked on the internet, oh, he sure was mad when she took his fucking picture and made it a cartoon. That's what Dad cared about. No instincts, none of that. Yeah. I'm the one who went through hell. I'm the one who fought and fixed it. And I'm the one who thought I loved someone. And I could...
She's talking about Nick sharing a photo of her. But what? Yeah, okay. Well, that's what her specific issue is that you're saying this is that she's
admitted to that.
addressing here. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I loved someone and it made him stupid, but it was human. Like, she kicked my dad up for 3 fucking years, dude, because he defended me once. That's why he's just a pussy right now. She matters more to him than I do. That's fine. I'm not his real daughter. The fuck, dude? No, I don't deserve that from them. All I did was want them to love me. And I really believed that they did. This isn't what love looks like. This is called being abandoned. And my parents who want to claim, and anyone giving me this age thing, my parents are in their 60s and still get fucking car help from my grandparents every 2 years. I don't want to hear it. That's just a bunch of hypocrisy.
See, like that. That's that fucking greed and jealousy type shit, eh? Like she's resentful at her parents just because of material shit, you know. And she probably blew it. She blew it. They were giving her so much. And she just blew it and talks shit like this about them all the time and then expects the gravy train to carry on. It's kind of funny. She's getting gravy when the gravy train is running out.
It isn't rules for me and not thee. That isn't how life works. Or, yeah, people get upset. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, it's a cycle, bae, in my opinion. And my bio dad...
She doesn't even obey any rules at all. I can't think of any rules out there. She just goes and doesn't give a fuck. So there's no rules for her.
He's the biggest issue. I think my dad's just broken. He's also very young, so he's quite immature when I was born. I will never look at my bio dad as a father figure, but I actually have empathy for my bio father, although he's traumatized me as well.
Her bio dad. I wonder what her bio dad looks like. Has anybody ever seen her bio dad? I've never seen her bio dad. I don't think I've ever seen a photo or a snapshot or some old crumpled photo from a photo album that she shared on Facebook or YouTube posts. You know, I don't know. She must get these characteristics from somebody, some kind of genes. Something in her genes is making her.
I could tell you stories, May. Like, that's too much to talk about. We're not in the world that we were supposed to be in. That's something.
I wonder what those stories would be, Bay. Bay should hit her up for a heart-to-heart.
Maybe you could get my mom to bitch about it. She'll know about that.
Oh, shit.
That was weird. But I don't care about that. I never even got to say goodbye to my fucking grandpa. I've had an actual, like, I also don't care about weed out here, but yeah, thank you though. I'm not worried about it. I'm doing the best I can to be safe. This is literally where I live right now, you know, also. So, yeah, I don't know where else I can go. No, this is my private bubble. Hey, what's wrong with you? You're hyper. So, let me take this off. Because it's not uncomfortable.
So, because the dog's wheezing, it's hyper, is that what she thinks? Or she coughs all over it? Oh, fuck.
Here, hold on. No, it is not. Shut up. Please shut up. That doesn't help anymore.
Went shopping today for some of the stock.
Position you comfortable. No.
But, shit. Almost 300 pounds, man. Wait a sec. Oh. Her bio-dad was it mine, or... Damn. This stuff is fucked up. So you seen her bio-dad at her summer page, or what?
Like, you chill about that, though.
Has he got a long neck? Has he got a long neck on him, like... Or does her mom got that? I guess if her mom weighs 3 pounds, she probably has no neck, right? You know? I don't know.
Oh.
I'm gonna delve into that though. I have a little bit of material to touch on.
Oh, the kisses, I tell you, it's too bad. Ah! I ate your tongue with my teeth. It was my fault. I did it. I was in the middle of the road when I sat here telling you it had nothing related to that honk vegan.
It's kind of funny how when she gets honked at for real, it's not for her, but when somebody's not honking at her, when she's not gets honked at, she has to make a joke, like the reverse. Yeah, alright, I'll try that. Try doing some shit here to lower the bit rate or something. Lower the total
I don't mean to be cruel, but like I feel like if people
pixels.
want to just watch me not have emotions and it makes me rage sometimes and it's not true. I don't know if people get that how it comes off to me. Like other people don't mean to be that way, but I appreciate that.
Something makes her rage.
Had nothing related to that honk vegan.
I don't mean to be cruel, but like I feel like if people want to just watch me not have emotions and it makes me rage sometimes and it's not true. I don't know if people get that that's how it comes off.
Yeah, 6 volts. That might help.
I like doing something.
There you go.
Toxic shit kind of gotten in the way. The dog stuff and the pedestrian stuff have probably been okay. Never wanted to be a big person anywhere publicly. That shit terrifies me. I like that much attention. So I'm happy with where it's at right now. I'm having my regular, all my normal job stuff. Colors those ocean blue lights does, but or Toyota Hondas. I strung out on THC, bro. I agree with that.
Most of her stream is coughing and hacking and you know when she does it, well, she vapes all over it, blows smoke in space and shit like that.
When I was in LA, when I came down. Also, I want to get some gravy. I don't know if
I'm gonna play
gravy's
the
in this.
intro here, right? Or is it? Okay, I see what they're saying over here. Oh yeah, looks like she's on Neff. Yeah. You guys would know better than I would. I thought she was just irresponsible and not streaming because she's trying not to kill people on the road with her car. I know. You know, your chances run out if people are honking at you that much. It's getting close, right? She only made $6 one day and $17 another day or something. 2 days in a row. But I think she got some super chats. She laughs at sick shit. Yeah. Her calling the cops all the time. Okay. Yeah, like I was wondering why she was offline and she said something about she's going to Idaho soon. She said that on something here I have. And also, yeah, I was just saying, she saved her life by not streaming and chatting and everything. That was kind of the logic. But then there's somebody that is piping up down in the comments and they're talking about her long, you know, she may be maybe some kind of transsexual or what do you call those things? Anyway, she might not be able to have sex or something.
The voice you had in a chat that didn't belong to you.
There's something I wanted to hear on this or somewhere.
What does anyone notice? There's a corpse in this bed.
What is she singing there? Yeah. Yeah, people know that by now. They're, dude, where I'm at, kind of, which hemisphere I'm in, which she shouldn't be allowed in public without a guardian. But then, I don't know what the timing was on this, but, yes, I'm not Canadian. So, somebody was saying that they think that she might be a tranny there, and I'm like, let's see, I went and looked at her page, and it was, posts. I had the other posts earlier on a video, but there's this, she had this, and then she said she starved at Marvin. I know she's trying to be cute or funny, like she's a smart ass, but she has started Marvin. This was 54 minutes old from when I looked, I guess, right? But it was about 2 hours before that, the same time as this, and then it says there's a man. Now you can make nothing out of that, or you can say, hey, well, man, there's something to what she's saying here. Maybe it's like a message. Maybe she's a man. There's a man. I'm a starving Marvin. She's a Wendell. A Wendell. I know that's a fact. It's one of her first names, apparently. Wendell. I wonder if she's doing any deliveries. I don't think so. Her gig gaps aren't working so well. Maybe she's using those Russian. Maybe she's using those Russian gig apps. With the war going on. With the war going on. Okay. So anyway, there's these posts that she had there. And, what else do I have here? No. So I'll do down the list and see what's next, because it gets into that now where, and just like an hour around the same time as all that shit was going on, this happens.
Let's say that vegan patriot theoretically is capable of having sex with a male. We don't know if she actually is. And I'm talking about vaginal sex, not oral, not hand jobs, vaginal. I know I'm getting a little explicit here, but we do not know. She's never done vaginal sex adult content, has she?
No, she hasn't. As far as I know, she did this. Where is it? Right there. See if I can bring it up. It's proof. There's it. There it is. Did this, but that's not technically vaginal, right? That's just a hole in the door. I mean, she could have put her ass up against the door, but I don't think she did. I never heard about that. So yeah, I have the same, I can agree.
The public has never seen whether or not she actually has a vagina or not. We don't know if she actually has ovaries.
I don't know, I didn't really, no. I don't know, Nick hasn't really said anything. Has he?
None of it. But let's say theoretically.
wish Ganty was in here tonight, because then I could ask him. He'd be able to tell me.
She does. If Brandon Q had had sex with her that night, theoretically, he could have gotten her pregnant. If he did, he would be, and she had conceived and had the child, he would unfortunately be permanently attached to a con artist, a criminal, a piss-poor spirit human being. I would not want that for Brandon Q.
Okay, so this is from some channel here. Grand Prince Simon Carnegie. Carnegie? I think he'll probably say it here. Too. But this kind of blew my mind, because I've never seen this particular video before. And with the giraffes. So, and this is about 3 years old, apparently. It's a 3-year-old video, so. Just take a little gander at this, like a giraffe. Well, there's like something to this. Yeah. This one right here, I think. Picture in picture. Alright. No, I play. Damn. Okay. A giraffe and a baby. So what the hell is she having a giraffe baby? Oh, this ain't working either now. I put it back to this. Alright, I'll try that. What the hell? That thing was broken open or something. Shit. Come on already. I have to take that thing off here. It's sucking back too much in my stream. That 6-load sucker. Sucks back all the fucking back. Pause. Oh shit, that's Demi Moore. Damn, dude. That sink in. I have to put some other tune on it for it. I need something different to go with this. fit right in. It would just be like, imagine a convention, the draft. Yeah. Imagine if they had a draft convention and all the drafts come and they parade them around and then they fight. They have like a ring. They all go in there and fight and bite each other. They're biting each other and gouging each other's eyes out, swinging their heads at each other. Yeah, they all look like they're like possessed or their genes. So I'm thinking that symbol at the start when they showed let me go back to that because it's all symbology in here. And, where is it? That little giraffe doll. It's like this ain't something that we're finding out by accident. It's not a coincidence. Like it's planned. It's planned to be this kind of creature, or it's bred to be that kind of this thing. Maybe it's the only kind of, if you give birth to one of these, it can house the soul or the spirit of the demons. It's like it's something with that. Right? It embodies both like Baphomet qualities. But that's what I'm talking about when she showed this thing right there. And then later on that kid turns into a draft baby. Damn. Fuck. That's... She's not that tall, like VP is. She's short, compared to VP, like... But, shit, what did I do? I don't know how to do something here. Alright. Excuse me, alright. I'll let this place some more, see what happens. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright. I think I had something in my folder to compare to that. Where is it? Damn. This will probably crash my connection if I show this. It's so bright. Fuck. Seems like the brighter the fucking screen I share, the more it just blasts out my connection. What's this one? Easy. Alright, there it is. No, that's a draft. Hey there. Ross. Always Mark 2166. Screech, VP bothered, borderline undead. Yeah, she's like Gage off the Pet Cemetery. It's like roadkill that just keeps waking up every day. Stinks like fuck. That's why Abby is like Gage. You know, she's probably all rotten inside. Just a walking piece of dog jerky. A Farida piece of dog jerky. Damn. I don't know if I go that far, but I just... She really is not... You gotta really have a certain taste to... just get... you know, worked up over her. No, Six Loads of Glory Hole music. I think that's the one with the car. It's on my channel there. This is some other shit that I thought would go good with this long neck thing. Okay, so let's go back to the... I'll get this back on the screen and... Okay, I found something here that's worth looking at. Get rid of this. And it was when she's in the hair salon chair. In I'm not sure where that was, Hollywood, or if it was in California. Come on. There it is. There's one of them. Now come on, dude. Her arms must go down to here. Like from there to there. So that would be male's arm length. You know what I mean? I can't really show you unless the next shot. There's other shots, but I'm just saying, this is an extreme example, because she's got her head in the sink and she's probably pulling on it a bit, so it's about an inch longer. I don't know. 6'5" on stream, she said the other day. Damn. Yeah, okay. She told us story about being mugged by an Uber driver a couple days ago. Said he tossed dog and her to the ground and she bit the driver's ankle but didn't want to press charges on him. Well, that doesn't make sense, right? Because she didn't want to press charges. Did the cops even show up? I don't know. Did the cops show up? Let me see. I mean, if that happened, the driver had every reason to call the cops, and if he got bit for, you know, all this thing is, just 0 to 100 in a second. I like the other day with that old man when she's sitting there and, hell. I even have that handy, I should play that again. But she just goes 0 to 100. Now let's try and stay on the topic here on this, transvestigation topic, but, you got lots of shit flying here and, demons. Yeah, I think so. She's possessed by the spirit that's been here since, you know, since the fallen ones. Whenever that happened. She just snaps like an animal. And she's basically just living on animal instincts, right? You know, just satisfy every urge, every, you know, pleasure. She's saying a few different things now, eh? She's forgetting, her dossier is, we're getting all the, metadata filled in here. The driver tossing dog story is a lie. Yeah, I never believe what she said anyway, but... Oh, hey. Driver tossing a dog is a lie. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Damn. Right, that's what happened there. That's what I know what happened. The dog. The guy didn't want the dog in his car, and she was trying to pull this fucking handicap shit again. Right? She was trying to pull that handicap. I'm a handicap. This is my handicap service dog, right? Kind of bullshit. So she could take the dog with her, just like she tries to just go on the bus with it all the time. And I mean, you don't know if that dog's shit worms or not, right? I know I wouldn't want it in my car, knowing what I know. I mean, it's cute and everything, and it's old and beat up. Damn. Lived a hard life in the last few years, actually. Yeah. Look at how small her head is on her shoulders, though. I made a like a sphinx. I put that face on a sphinx and made a little video. But this was the shot I got it from. Right there, enhanced. It's about as sharp as I could get it without touching it up and stuff. It was good enough though. But holy crap, right? You know, when she's got gravity pulling on her this way and that way instead of straight down, it's like, I mean, the Mongolian really starts to show. Which I iron that subject out one day. She's not gonna get better. There's no fix for her. She's too set in her ways now. I can kind of understand how she is where she is, right? She just doesn't have the will to come up any higher than where she's been, basically, I guess. And her happy place can't be that much of a happy place if she can't do what she used to do all the time, and nobody's gonna call her out on it every day. If she keeps driving by and cars are honking on her everywhere. You know, what the fuck? I'm gonna play this tune in the back, or I'll put on a different one. Let's see. I think I don't want to. No, not that one. Well, Should have called the police. Yeah. Should have fucking been doing the same thing like this old guy and made the guy into a monster, and she kind of did. I think I had that on some video there of mine where she was talking about it in the back of the car just after it happened, eh? Or no, it was when she was in that car, I think. Or it was the next one, the next day or something, and she was talking about it like, it was the guy's problem, right? No, she was in an Uber because it was a while ago when she didn't have a car. It was when she was driving around by Purple at that time. And then she didn't have a car yet. It's like the last month she didn't have a car, I think. Something like that. Yeah, she's fucking always carrying her dog around on the open and smoking and using her vapes on the bus with the dog. She's not allowed to have on there. See, like that's what I was saying earlier. She doesn't give a crap about any rules. Like when she said rules for me and rules for thee, blah blah blah. Well, she doesn't operate on rules at all. Like zero rules. Basically zero. The dog bit the driver because it's protective of her, I guess, right? I don't know. I don't know what else to think, but she probably, I don't know. That's why she didn't push it, because she knew the guy didn't do nothing to her, right? And he let her get away with the dog biting him. That's what I think happened, right? Because he could have, if you get bit by a dog, you gotta get a tetanus shot sometimes, and if that dog's old stinky mouth cut the skin on with its one stinky tooth. When she delivered the senior's place. Holy shit, yeah, where was the dog? Right? I didn't even think of that. Huh? The dog was in the trunk or what? Oh my god, I gotta get caught up on the chat here. Yeah. Got Bob's talking about DV charges on Nick and but that senior citizens place, somebody was saying in the chat yesterday that there is a guy, that guy Mickey, who donated Nick the couple grand or whatever, the same guy that gave her the 17,000 allegedly. He took pictures of the old folks home where the incident happened, and I was trying to find that, and I couldn't locate his page or anything, so I just kind of ran out of steam trying to find it. But do you guys know when she was delivering that thing to the old folks home, I never heard Abby or nothing. But Abby was just sitting there quietly while all this was going on. Abby's got one tooth. I know, I thought she didn't have any teeth. Hey Big Papa, I was going there. She's living in the year 2013 for sure. She's living in, I don't know, some kind of Barbie girl. She's trying to be so fake. know, she's like, I've never seen anything like her before. Imagine if, yeah, those vapes are toxic to dogs. It's like giving a dog chocolate or something, you know? It's that toxic to some dogs. I don't know about. I don't even think Abby's system is functioning enough to even give a fuck what goes down through it anymore. It just said fuck it. Her whole system just didn't shut down. It just said, okay, I guess we're running it on diesel now. I think we're running on crude. LordVp admitted that she lied about the whole foot, but we do know he fell through it. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with anything anymore. It's like so many years ago now, right? That's property damage. That's not DV. Him falling through her roof ceiling and maybe costing her apartment. I don't know. If the landlord had enough of her shit and just said fuck it, or she didn't pay her rent, what the deal is, right? You know. So she's trying to lay all the blame on Nick. She tries to lay all the blame on Nick about this just to bolster her case that, oh, she's so abused, he did this to her too, that he doesn't even get to speak his side of the story at all. Like zero. You know, she's attacking. And this is ridiculous too. It's just today or yesterday she's talking about where the hell is that? It's on the list here, I'll play it. Right here. Where is it? I gotta put it on the screen, I guess. Yeah. Turn this off. I pause it. Oh, it's muted.
These are Zoomers, they're normal.
Right.
Also, I want to get some gravy. I don't know if gravy's in this aisle. God, boomer. Thank you. Alright, these are Zoomers, they're normal. See, I like Zoomers. I don't have a problem with Zoomers. It's boomers, though. Motherfuckers. Okay, I could get an oil to put in, too, that I know Abby will like. I just gotta make sure it's one Abby can have.
Alright, right here. It's almost so ridiculous. She's gotta get an oil for her vape. That. Now. Wants to get oil for her dog. For her vape.
I believe hemp oil. Or, the other ones are not ones you give to a dog. The other one would be fucking, what's it called? It's a seed. Flax. It would be flax. I don't even have flax. It's fine. I'm just gonna get a gravy, though. I'm making it as appetizing and rewarding as I can.
What? She's making gravy vape? Oil? What the fuck?
Oil to put in, too, that I know Abby will like. I just gotta make sure it's one Abby can have, which would be, I believe, hemp oil. Or, the other ones are not ones you give to a dog. The other one would be fucking, what's it called? It's a seed. Flax. It would be flax. I don't even have flax. It's fine. I'm just gonna get a gravy though. I'm making it as appetizing and rewarding as I can because honestly, my little girl.
Yeah, like, there was some streams there, like, when she was in Hollywood. Or no, not in Hollywood. Well, everywhere she goes, actually, just like he says here, man. As soon as she meets a stranger that she's never even met before, she'll tell her their few key points. And one of them's got to be about her ex ruining her whole life and her mother and her, just exactly what she's still carrying on here, but it's like progressed to more. Like, it's like who dwells on that shit? Like, to the extent that she does, like, this shit. And then, see how she snapped with that old guy the other day. She, like, I think she, like, to her, that was like a representation of her parents. You know, it was like that hatred she had for them, she lashed out on that guy. And she could give a fuck about any old person if they got a parking spot or not. I think we're pretty sure she doesn't have even a qualified permit for parking in a handicap zone.
You're not in speech, but go in that door. Go to the
I don't know what the guy looks like, so I just used Mr. Magoo.
front door. Hi, this is R.D. Miller, E1110.
Maybe they don't want us. Irma wins. Where's the street snipers? Why hasn't anybody pulled up and maced her yet? Because I think everybody knows she's a glowy of some sort. I think maybe that's why the cops let her off. I had a video I was playing one time. I don't know how true this shit is, but there's a guy, and I don't know, I think it's a bunch of bullshit, but he's saying that he said the number and everything. There's a number that they give you when apparently you're a super soldier. You've been put in these government brain control, whatever those programs are that they use with kids, and then they grow up into it, and if they end up all fucked up, there's a file and there's some kind of number that exists that the cops look at that and they call some number, and that guy just said, I don't know. I don't know the whole story off right here, like to tell, but I got the video file, or it's actually a talk radio show, and this super soldier guy was talking about shit like this. And I think there's some basis of truth in it. I just think the whole premise that he was described as like a psycho, one of those, that can read minds and remote viewing and psycho kind of shit. But I don't know, it's just some little thing that stuck out to me. That exists. It's something that actually exists, that if there's somebody that's been, I guess, an asset of the CIA or something like that, they have some kind of special, or else they got to go out there and neutralize them. And that's what he said too, when they get off the chain and they don't want to listen. Like if they've been, whoever her controller is, handler is, somebody trained her. So I don't know, man. It doesn't seem organic on one level. Anything with something to do with her, and Baked Alaska and all that shit, that connection there, that's where, and all these other streamers, like, I mean, I don't know their story, but it's just got that feel to it, right?
Thank you. I don't mean to be cruel, but like I feel like people want to just watch me not have emotions, and I'm not a human. It makes me rage sometimes because it's not.
Holy fuck. You know what this is about, right? I'm pretty sure she's trying to rationalize why she can just... Yeah, it is. Because I just went through that, didn't I? I just explained how she's angry at the boomers because it's the anger that she holds to her grandma and parents kind of thing. It's just a general anger in that direction. That category, and she breaks every category down into generations, like that Zoomer shit, which is another thing that comes from a certain other, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like there's some kind of psychological, some kind of universities that these people came out of, and they write this stuff and they come up with all this Zoomer boomer crap. Like, I mean, boomers been around for 50, 60, whatever, 70 years, right? Baby boomers, but I mean, the way she uses it with all these other ones that have come up since, it's like all this weird breakdowns, just categorizing it. No overlap or no, like, you know, it's just generalizations. But right here, she's saying that, see?
To just watch me not have emotions and I'm not a human. It makes me rage sometimes because it's not true. I don't know if people get that that's how it comes off to me. The other people don't mean to be that way, but appreciate the understanding. Sorry. Remember when I went to Kensington with my friend and we passed out those sandwiches? I like doing stuff like that. The toxic shit had have gotten away. The dog stuff and the pedestrian stuff is still.
That's the thing, eh? And it's easy to find that out. That MK was big in the Ohio Children's Hospital, but it's also big around the state. Like, it was like a hotbed for testing shit, as far as I can tell. Like, I never really read into it. I've done so much research into that years I'm just sick and tired looking at it, because it's the same old names in Gottlieb and the Montreal hospital there in Canada. They took them to court and everything, and that's how this CIA stuff was outed, because there was whistleblowers from Canada. And I'm sure there's some in the States too, but did you hear about them? Yeah, I heard she pulled her teeth too. When she got her tit, so nobody could tell the dog, couldn't recognize the dog anymore. That's not your dog. How many teeth did your dog have, right? She stole the dog or something like that. That's the word. That's allegedly. Easy to get restraining orders. That's getting a restraining order is one thing, but getting it on a false pretense is another. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with whatever, needing a restraining order or getting one, but when you doing it in the way that she did it, she just did it to control him, but there was no threat. Like, it wasn't. They didn't even have a domestic violence case. This is how shitty this is. It's easy to get it's too easy. It shouldn't be that easy. Like, there should be an investigation at least, right? And it was like, no, they just, remember I had her in a video there and she's saying, girlfriend, my girlfriend. That was the lady that was working with the judge, and California's got some weird fucking judicial crap going on, like behind the scenes, like private stuff, and, you know, if you don't got money to do something, or if they don't favor your political or mental, or they, you know, it's like she's got pink hair, and she's just, you know, what are you gonna say to this? Without, if you say the wrong thing, it's not, she's gonna come at you, but like, look at how these social justice warrior, social people are coming from the colleges and all of the systems that she's going towards. Is like, and they're all feminists, and of course Nick, he's right. He's very disadvantaged. And never mind just physically and whatever else. You see what she looks like standing next to him? It's like a towering fucking hell.
Probably be okay. But never wanted to be a big known person anywhere publicly, on anywhere. That shit terrifies me. I don't like that much attention, so I'm happy with where it's at now and having my regular, offline, normal jobs back, you know.
She had 10 ROs on others in her life. But there's a law that if you have over 3 of them, but they're not, I think she's getting away with it because of what I did. And that's the only reason why she does this. She totally owned it. She owned that, it's like cover all bases type of dressing up here. And maybe she, we were just looking at this subject, right? When I was looking at this, and I'll play it again here. Where is it? Not the flax. Lone X. Imagine, I don't know, man, I've never seen her biological dad, but I mean, if her mom's that much of a slut, how the fuck do you know who the father is? Unless it looks like split an image or something. It could have been one of these, they're using, like I said, Ohio, like we were talking about there. Ohio was a test bed for, most, it was used as a test bed. This is what my mind's doing, trying to catch up to chat right now. Whatever that music was just doing. Okay, Bob, Nick's very sick mentally. Nick Shirley. That's the thing though about the laws, especially in California. If you're not like somebody that they can make 100, 200 grand off the case from, and you're just gonna be some street guy, they're not gonna stand in as well, they usually stand in for a criminal defense, but this is such a tricky area where he could be getting railroaded, right? If enough shit he doesn't stand up against piles up, right? If Nick's stuff piles up enough. She's phoned how many times and he has to challenge every one of those calls. Right? He should challenge them, but I think he's kind of blew it at the moment too. Probably feels more guilty about whatever. Nick is also MK Ultra, but was never on street drugs. Yeah, he's MK Ultra. I don't know if it's Ultra, but something. She's bi or something, I think. I don't know. I don't know. It's just... I don't know what to say. It's not just. It's the wrong... I should have said it's unjust. What does that fucking mean? It's all moldy and stuff or what? It looks like an old... It's an old ceramic thing. I don't know. I don't get the picture. It's dirty looking. Oh, I believe that Nick is severely mentally unstable. Wow. Well, he's holding it together pretty good considering his situation, right? holding it together pretty good for how bad he is. I mean, I'm not saying he's not mentally thing, but he's holding it together, functioning as best as he can in his predicament, but he doesn't have any, he doesn't have drive to go fuck with the system, eh? He thinks they're just all against him. That's part of his problem, right? He won't go for help. Huh. There's nobody sending nothing to Nick anywhere, right? It's just all about vegan, always. She keeps the spotlight on herself, and then she shut him up, right? She shut him up with the RO that knocked down his First Amendment, or stipulated that he cannot mention her on the internet, cannot refer to her, like, you know, just not talk about her by name. But that's not something that they can control. But he didn't, you know, he just took it. Yeah. Nick's a little character. Little flute player, dude. And that's the Abramovich. That's her name. She's a kind of head witch of the... I think that's her, right? Yeah, that's her. Abramovich. No kidding, eh, Bob? No kidding. I wish he would have kept his self more hidden so that she couldn't have sent the cops to where he was. You know? It's too easy to find out where he was and send him there and say, hey, that's the guy that... Go make sure he can't get a gun, right? Go make sure he's, it's too easy out of the way. Yeah. I would have got some other shit, but I just wanted to look at this one because this one was referred to me and it had the giraffes in it, so that was pretty relevant to VP's case, the long-necked ones, eh? But like, I haven't heard that, oh, what the fuck, I even heard that Clint Eastwood is one of them too, like every one of them, everybody is. It's like, you might as well just expect them all to be. You might as well expect them all to be reversed, you know. They have to show us something, get us all drooling over men when we think they're hot women, right? And that's like, the deception is so deep there. It's like a spiritual deception. I know guys that have been drooling over like Marilyn Monroe and oh shit, I don't know, you name it. All the big, I don't know. It was Farrah Fawcett. I hope Farrah Fawcett wasn't a man. I mean, that's one thing I don't know yet, but damn, that's gonna suck. If Farrah Fawcett turns out to be I don't want to know. I'm pretty well guaranteed. Somebody said even what's it called? Three Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels are all men, right? So if they are, then holy crap. Yeah, I know. Nick had jobs and it all just, she stuck her foot in everything. Fucked it. I don't know. Yeah. Got everybody. She almost OD'd, what's the name, to oblivion, right? The other one there that was with Nick. Can't remember her name at the moment. But yeah, and then she was in the car saying, like, I don't know how she got that stuff in her supply. And meanwhile, she's the one that gave her the supply. And she said, oh, she must have got it off the counter. And I said, well, how is there that much stuff just laying around that you can just, rub on and almost OD? Like, this is just silly talk. It's like, she's in her car there, getting all the mood that she got in when she had to answer that question on live stream. It was like, yeah, you could tell. She was like, when she was trying to make up a story the day after that old guy at the parking spot, it was the same fucking exact scenario. Like, looking up to the ceiling, looking around, trying to come up with words. And it's just so, that chick got a lot of evil in her, it seems, man. You can tell, right? Night's dark. Yeah, that was real, just like her, eh? I see her. I'm gonna back that up. Right there. It's not as tall, eh? But that's kind of the build. I'd say. Her name a lot longer, but she's big from here down, right? Same deal. And a big neck. That's almost a guy's build, but it's not. I don't know, man. I don't. It's hard to tell. It's like they're androgynous or something. But that hand, it goes down to here. If it hangs below the crotch, those fingers hang below the crotch, that's what a male does. And I'm not sure if I think her arms are that long, actually. She's got these big gangly hands and shit. I got one of my channels, or one of my, what do you call it, their videos is about that. She's got evidence to use against a drug dealer. It's like, what the fuck? Are you stupid or what? How stupid are you? I mean, it's pretty, it's just how bold she is, eh? And how she thinks she can get away with that shit. With that, hang on, I'm gonna put this down to normal view here. I don't see her fucking stand in front of me a million times, right? So she doesn't have that much of a butt, I don't think, unless she gets really fat. But these are tricky, man. It could be a woman, but it's not, or something else. There's a butterfly. Reverse. So yeah, male to female. So these are definitely men. Damn, she's no different than this. Dude. Alright. Check out what's going on here as you guys chat. She was told of fucking her dad. What do you mean? Let me see. I think you're talking about she accused Trolla of screwing her own dad, right? Not screwing her VP's dad, right? Yeah, I think she wants her mom's husband. So it sounds like, man, she even said something like that when she was all high or drunk or, I don't know, fucked up. Something slipped out about, you know, it was almost like, you know, on Scarface, the movie, when the sister gets all fed up. When the sister, you know, the sister there gets all fed up about him getting jealous when he's got with a boyfriend, and after he kills her boyfriend, and he goes, "You're jealous of him," so fucking, she just, I don't know, she goes crazy and gets shot, right? Or something like that. It's just, because she was so fucking, she just let go. That was kind of, it sounded like what she's talking about. Oh, if I can't have my dad, or, no, it's like she could always go back to her dad because something like her dad wanted her. She feels like her dad lusted over her and wants her, so and she could always go back to him anytime, but she has to stay away because of the family and all that still. And it was, she didn't really put it like that, but after knowing what I knew, like the rumors, you know, that stuff happened, I'm not exactly sure. I didn't hear it with my own 2 ears. Yeah. I fear Chap might be right about stepdad. The stepdad's the bad one, eh? He's the one that groomed her. And then maybe as her handler, or like her initial groomed into this through a certain emotional mind control, like an onion inside an onion, you know? Like started when she was young and then built another layer over it, and then got her in some other shit, and then put another layer on it. And if you check out that monarch mind control and stuff like that, it's like that. It's like layers and layers. And there's personalities. Those personalities are a giveaway, right? How she acts all those different ways. You know, those are like different demons even. Because they're not her, like it's something that was used to control her, or she had to use to control herself under certain circumstances as a innocent and vulnerable person. Like I can look at it like that. It's hard to see it. It's hard to imagine her being innocent, but I believe everybody is. I mean, yeah, she was messed with and it really fucked her head up. That's a given, right? So I'm not gonna go like stupid and just say, nah, she just, this is just that. You know, it's like, yeah, there's a process that went through it, but she's in her 30s now and she's had a lot of time to take the way to change it or be comfortable in it. And I think she's chosen the path of being comfortable in it to the point of, you know, like we're talking about, might not be able to come back from that, right? it's just gonna progress and she's gonna keep acting out and something happens and she got pretty angry at that guy. I mean, like she even had where is it here? I can find it. It's like a post she wrote the other day. And it was about having protection devices. I believe that's how she put it. Having protection devices. Where is it? I did have it there yesterday or the day before. Anyway, that's basically what it said. She was threatening and she was saying if I would have only had something I could point at him. And she didn't come out right away when she was writing it out to express it solely as pepper spray, right? So she said that sentence first. And then when you don't know what's gonna come in the next paragraph, you automatically think she's talking about a pew. You know, talking about it like that. I would just have to point it at him, and he wouldn't have done anything. So right away you think, well, shit, somebody just points what at you? What are you gonna stop? Is gonna stop you from something? Exactly. And then the next paragraph, it's like, well, talking about how she never used pepper spray to protect herself, and just something like that. She said. That's just, I think, right after. I was like, holy fuck, really, bitch. You have the nerve to say that kind of stuff, even after everything that's happened. Yeah, I guess I had to be there to hear that. I wouldn't. So some of you guys know the whole story. Like, now here you go. Damn, why are we doing that? I never really stared at this creature here, but this thing is in common with. Damn. She's about the same height too, eh? Yeah, no, I couldn't sit there and listen to her for well, I did listen to her for a fucking a couple days straight there at the start when I first went to her videos, like, first day, like, it was like, I didn't know everybody and what was going on with her. I was total greenhorn when I bumped into her. I was like one of these people that come in there and, you know, just talk normal to her and you don't know all of this crap. And then she's doing that, she was high as fuck. And then she was doing the old multiple personalities, like, damn, like you're saying in 2 days, she must have went through 8 different personalities. She's just totally psychotic and just... I didn't even hear about Nick for about a couple weeks. I was like, I didn't even know what I was listening to because we were busy talking about her current state. And then everybody's giving her self-help. Shit, like, why don't you just have some water or, you know, just stupid shit. You think she's normal, like just this normal everyday girl, you know, little blonde hair in her car and innocent and da-da-da kind of thing. I mean, I didn't think she was innocent or anything, but she was just putting off that kind of vibe. It was like, that's what everybody just come in there was getting. I think the same thing. You just didn't know she was like 6 loads and biting people and getting into scratch fights and claw jobs and damn. She hasn't done any jail time, I guess, right? She hasn't had any felonies, I guess. Maybe Nick's right. Maybe she's got a stay out of jail free card. Permanent stay out of jail free card. She acts like it. And it really seems like with all these different things I'm hearing, right? Like, just in the chat here, like all this shit, like this thing right here. She walked in a car with two girls, laughed about it. One girl was beating on her window and VP threatened to pepper spray her, blocking the girl in. Holy fuck. I wonder, was that on a live or what? Was that a live stream? I guess it was, eh? You guys all watch it live and shit. Somebody's got a clip, probably. No, I don't think her little arms can lift up her heavy undercarriage, especially right now. I don't see her climbing on a pole. That'd be hilarious. Typical one of those kind of those pillhead chicks, right? Or whatever they want to, they can get, eh? You know, somebody's got a lot enough to keep them happy, and they're just gonna keep hounding you, I bet. Chicken Andy. Well, you know what? It's looking like, you know, what would happen right now at this point? Even, it doesn't matter if it takes another month or a year. You know, all the honking that's going on, that's probably not going to just stop all of a sudden. Unless she really just, yeah, no, it's not going to stop. You know, you can't just say, oh yeah, she could just drive normal and straight, no problem anytime, but no, she can't. It's not going to happen, right? So I'm just thinking, like, once something bad does happen, it might be something really, really bad, and it's going to be like, well, we told you so, or it's like, look at all this stuff, and it'd be like, man, you could go like, right, 24-hour show of just honking at her, things honking at her, if you really wanted to go through everything. Bet you there's that much shit. Bad driving, curbs, running over people, have people scream at her. Yeah. She is putting people's lives in danger. Yeah, I wonder what happened to that. Maybe he can pay her off. Maybe she could blackmail him, or what do you call that? Yeah, I guess blackmail would be the word, or coercion. Yeah, I think she's got that right now. That's why she's saying she can show everybody. Oh, I can show you stuff you guys never even thought of. And because she's hanging on to all of this stuff. She's probably started looking at stuff for Nick. And then once she figured out how that works, she's like, oh shit, well, I know where I can find this thing on, I know where I can find this other material I need for, and also it's just like one case here, then it's somebody else. Oh shit, there's a clip of him too. I'm gonna put this in that folder, right? I mean, that's what I imagine it being. You know, she keeps seeing evidence packets. You know, like it's a big dossier on everybody. Seems like she believes that, I don't know about everyone, but I think there's a couple that she's, you know, even the ones that, what's her name, talk about. You know, there's little cliques out there that do something. I don't know what they do. Somehow they dox and they try to phone jobs and things like that. I mean, I think that's what she's talking about. If anybody stalked her that way, if she could prove it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, but if it's an illegitimate reason, because I mean, if she's gonna try to get people in trouble for getting her fired from a job that she deserved to be fired from, like if you ordered food from somewhere and you got it and had some sloppy shit on it, and all of a sudden you get a phone call, hey, you better not eat that. The driver's dog just pooped worms on it. Can we get you another order? It's like, oh no, just give me my cash back, charge me back, dude. Like, and then they have to deal with, well, how do we tell corporate what happened here? If they write a bad review on a site and they say, oh my fucking meal had dog worms on it. And can you imagine that? If you worked in that field, then okay, so I wonder, that's just another example that she, you know, there you go. Here's the kind of shit she does that relates to that case, right? Whereas almost the reverse, she blocked somebody else and then she's saying, you can't do that. Well, why can't he do that? Look what you did. Yeah, just put that in her face. Pull that file out of your back pocket and say, what are you talking about? You can't do that. He could have maced you. He should have had Mason maced you, in fact. Because look at that's what you're going to do to that girl, right, that you blocked in. Damn, how the tables have turned. That's interesting. See, it's like a pattern that repeats itself. It's not necessarily the same, but it's a violent altercation, one way or the other, involving vehicles that are blocking each other. She was being an asshole and got blocked in, and then I guess she was being an asshole to somebody else by blocking them in. I don't know. It's hard to say who the asshole is first. But I try to put myself in the shoes of the old guy that's at the old folks home and say to myself, well, okay, if that was me and I was in my truck and I was pulling in and this bitch just backs right in or whatever, she must have backed right in the spot, I don't know. I think she must have backed in. Maybe she passed it and backed into the spot. Because unless they're nose to nose, then he'd have to be parked the other way. I don't know, depending on what this way the parking spot is. But either way, I'm just saying, like, she said he was too slow. That was one of her reasons. Well, he was too slow and I was fast. Well, he's known for it. And he's just taking his time. He's not like you doing 5 miles over the speed limit everywhere like you admitted to that on that same stream. On the same stream, she said, I'm always going 5 miles an hour faster everywhere I drive. Like, it's nothing. 5 miles an hour faster in a parking lot's pretty fast because that's like 30% faster than how what the top speed limit is in the parking lot. So yeah, but he was coming to a spot, probably had his nose right in there, but her car's a little small car, and he's got a truck or something, I don't know. I could just see her just zip. Probably went over a curb to get in there. You know, back wheel went over the corner of a curb just to get in front of him. Meanwhile, probably like 10 feet over, there's a little spot right in the driveway of the old folks' home. And it says, this is for delivery driving for, like, you know, you can sit there for 10 minutes or whatever, 5 minutes, stop or whatever, do your deliveries. That's a perfect spot where she could have went. Or a visitor spot, right? But no, just cut off this old guy and then call him every name in the book on the way out of the truck. Then go into the old folks' home through the side door. instead of taking her delivery through the delivery doors. I mean, yeah, it's not a big deal if you don't give a fuck about shit like that. I mean, most people wouldn't give a fuck, but in this situation when you're gonna be critical and look at the whole behavior and etiquette, you know, of the handling of the situation, it's just totally out of whack. I mean, I don't know how this. And then people are saying she doesn't have the right plates on her car that aren't registered to her, so if the cops look her up, it's not going to come to that car or something like that. It could be, we don't know, I don't know. I can't even give her the benefit of the doubt because I wouldn't put it past her. And then on top of that, she doesn't have a handicap permit to begin with. The one she has is dated in 2022, something like that, allegedly. And it's from Arizona, which isn't usable in California directly. You have to get a traveler's one. That's what the legislation says for Arizona to California. So it's probably outdated anyways, and it's in somebody else's name. And she's so used to pretending it's hers, like she does everything else, right? All smug, like nobody's gonna question her. It's exactly the pattern this all follows. Damn. Let's see what's going on, chicken. Yeah, she views everything in chat now. Damn, really? She'll end up in prison over her LLC. I don't know if she'll end up in prison. Unless I guess if she, yeah, there's ways she could end up in prison, but has to be pretty high stakes. I don't know. If that doesn't end up her in prison or something else that will, that I'm sure she's already guilty and can be proven liable for. You know? 'Cause it's not like she's contracting her LLC to deliver food. You think she's going through all that trouble and she's signing it all on her LLC? I don't think so. I think she got the LLC so she could get like, she got 2 cash apps. Well, she has 4, somebody said, but this is say 2. One that she gets her money that goes to her, and one that goes through the LLC. So then she thinks she can get away with right, doing that. And maybe that's what you mean, like, holy shit. I guess I didn't read that, but Perhaps brother's like a lawyer or something, eh? Yeah. Oh, I know she knows what she's doing. Yeah. So she doesn't have no qualms about wasting all this energy on the operation to, yeah. Whatever she's doing is whatever she's saying is happening to her is what she's doing. It's that simple. It's that trivial of a statement, but it fits. Right? I only know about maybe 3 or something, but 10 to 12. She must go ROs on all of her exes or what? I know she tried to get one on turds or whatever, but that was a bunch of waste of her time, but damn, that's all she wants to do. It's like she just finished going to court or going to lawyers or whatever, going to judges and all this bullshit to get into. That's what her plan was. She wanted the restraining order so she faked a DV. Like, there's no charges against Nick as a DV. He never got charged with domestic violence, like assaulting her. But she told California that, and then instead of them looking into it, they just took her word for it, and here we are, right? And Nick won't even lift a finger to do anything. So anyway, it's not even really worth discussing to that point where you can't really keep beating a dead horse, right? Why don't you get off your ass and do something for yourself, dude? Like, you know, everybody's told you what you can do. Like, there's a couple guys that know how the system works and what you gotta fill out and who you gotta talk to and what needs to be said and when, how you handle it, and, you know, and if you wait more than 2 years, then all of a sudden all that's frozen there and you can't really fight it back after the statute of limitations, because actually I think there's charges he could bring against her if he spent the money and did the research to find out all the evidence he needs. All he needs to do is show that she lied in court, and that's a big no-no right there, right? Once he shows that she lies in court about him, because she did. As far as I know, according to my data, I can say that confidently. I think I've explained it clearly a few times, where it's a matter of where she was, they were both in Arizona. They both came to California in the same car, her car. They weren't supposed to be together. They both broke the law because they were both under restraining order from each other, as far as I know. She was under one, not him, and she told the courts in California he was the bad one stalking her when she just drove him here. That's what my little Darth Vader video is kind of about. She keeps saying she loved him. I was in love. I was in love. I was in so much love that for the first time in my life, the love of my life. Damn. Great. She's a CEO. Alright, here we go. In a private parking lot with a sign parking lot is definitely wrong. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of time. The other day, a couple people were saying that it's gonna be next week. And I was like, kind of in agreement. I mean, you'd expect something within 10 days to happen from the time it happened, if they have to wait for the putting reports later, right? Not like an emergency situation, so it's like kinda, I don't know. We don't even know if the guy actually followed through with his initial, what he said there about assault battery, and then, but one thing's for sure is that I'm sure security will have a report of it. If the cops were called, the cops will have a copy of what the security had and the guy's statement on top of that. They'll have to see if the judge says enough evidence to proceed with, I think there was 3 or 4 charges I thought of, and I know, you know, cops can always come up with a few more, but we can, you know. Oh, damn. She had to stay in Arizona waiting for a registration for a car because it was mailed to Ethan's address and she didn't have an address for Ethan. So it's in his name, the registration. Who the fuck is Ethan? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. How did she get the registration? She did open someone's mailbox. Huh. That address, yeah. It's registered to that address. I don't even know. I think she just wanted to be a big star, and I think it's something to do with money. Like I said earlier, I think that's more the angle. But it could be everything, all of the above, right? Everything else could play into it too. Like there's no reason why it couldn't. So that registration is in his address, but in her name. That's in Arizona, though, eh? If the car's registered in Arizona. This is weird. No cops just shake their head when this shit happens. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got so much other bullshit. They kind of, when it comes to homeless people and these no fixed address people, and that's like, how do you deal with that? Like cops are basically their own agent, right? When they're on the job, like they have a supervisor or not, but if they get on their shift at the time they go and handle it, that's their case, right? You know, there's that aspect of shit. So if a cop runs everybody's information, and it's like, what kind of, depends on the situation, right? But maybe this is the one that'll break the camel's back with the old guy, the old vet. This could be the one where the cops finally pick up the ball and do some work and pin her down. Because nobody's, held her feet to the fire at all. And she's just using a lot of attack Nick with, and she just phone there and make up shit just to drive nuts, and then when he's on a stream, in fact, right? So it's like she gets an extra jolly, gets her jollies. I'm like, yeah. Well, when she got my channel shut down for 3 months, I mean, fuck, that went by. That's when she didn't have a car, and then when I got, finally she got a car just before I got my, like these little 3-month things, eh? All that money she must have gotten that 3 months too from that guy. I thought she didn't get it, but I think she did. I think the guy really did give her the money. And this guy looks like a real freak, like, you seen the video I played, the one I got up there, the one that everybody's seen. But he's got this guy that does clips on him, and clips him. Mickey Farley tapes, something like that. I didn't even look at him. I can't stand looking at the guy. But this guy's clipping him, but I was trying to find some kind of photo that somebody posted of the old folks home that was linked to his account, and couldn't find it. Just out of curiosity to know how she squeezed out of that parking spot, which way the car was pointed or whatever, just to get an idea, because it's hard to know, without seeing that. It's hard to guess without seeing the damage from just listening to the bumper hit something. Yeah. Well, as long as she doesn't have a fixed address, she can have a car that's registered in Arizona, right? She can get around that. That still doesn't give her up to for using handicap pass that isn't valid and going into a handicap parking spot that she's not handicapped for. I don't know how you rationalize that. And if the old man, the other day, Faith might be real, she has different ones. But no, I didn't hear nothing about that, but there was a lot of stuff going on I didn't hear. I couldn't get it boosted up enough to hear. But I heard enough to tell me that she's just full of shit. And then I'm trying to see how she got all evil on Nick when she talks about Nick. Well, that's how she got on the old guy. It was like she wasn't that mad at she's been back and forth, but then she kept embellishing details like the skin hanging off his fingers and what the fuck else did she say? I'll throw that file on and take a look at it again there. Highlights elderly park. Alright, hold that. Fights elderly.
Oh, leave the city like they had a choice in the matter. Oh, I don't have to do anything that you tell me to do, Root. Understand that, including listen to bye-bye. Did you notice nobody can see you now? Your voice has been removed. The voice you had in a chat that didn't belong to you. Literally that was my right away, but sure, like, literally that's the first honk I got. I'm not actually usually over here though. That's like the first main honk I got that was actually like directed at me for something. Other than that lady the one day when I was honking for no reason because I still went first because I was supposed to go first. Fuck you.
Hey!
Space as you are. So I'm gonna go make my delivery now. Thank you. I'm here. I also have a handicap tag, sir. Am I not allowed to park here? You're the last to leave the stop sign. That's how that goes. Fuck. Fresh and it tastes good and it's tender for you. This is is this designated? It says handicap on it. I also have a handicap tag, sir. Am I not allowed to park here just because this is for an actual person, it's not a general handicap spot? I'm here making a delivery with a handicap sticker also. Am I not allowed to do what you do, or is this have your name on it? It looks like it doesn't have your name on it, sir, and I'm just as valid to have a parking spot like in a handicap space as you are. So I'm gonna go make my delivery now. Thank you.
Hey!
Your name isn't on it, and I have a handicap tag. If you would like to go to court over this, we can do
Get the
that.
hell out of my parking place.
Hey!
Hey!
Doesn't have your name on it. That's a name for anyone with a handicap. You're a great name. You're an asshole. Get over here.
You're not even supposed to go in that door. Go to the front door.
Hi, this is R.D. Miller, E110.
Artie Miller.
There is a person in the building that's not supposed to be there, and her car is parked in my parking spot on the east side. She's a delivery person some type, and she is in the building. I saw her go in.
So I was right. He did say that. He did say she's a delivery person sometime, right? How the fuck would he know that?
E110. There is a person in the building that's not supposed to be there, and her car is parked in my.
She's not supposed to be there in the building. Is she not supposed to be in the building? He says. There's a girl there that's not supposed to be in the building. Right?
parking spot on,
Or not supposed to be in that spot, I don't know.
You're not even speaking. Go in that door. Go to the front door.
Hi, this is R.D. Miller, E110. There is a person in the building that's not supposed to be there, and her car.
A person in the building that's not supposed to be there. Why would he say that? Huh? This is getting juicy. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy is saying shit that... Why is he saying she's not supposed to be there? She's a delivery person. She can go there, right? He deals with a hooker. And he states for damn. She's flying everywhere, probably. Who knows? She's no spring, no. She's no lake. That's all she is, right? It's just like, that's what she is. And we're all, people are in there, whatever. Doesn't matter. What do you expect then, right? This is just how these people are. These people. I don't even know what else to say. That's how these people are. Damn. Yeah. Well, maybe they get it on RICO. They may not be able to get it on RICO, but they can get it on tax evasion. Oh, she made more than that, I'm sure, this year. She got 17,000 before March. So yeah, she wasn't scared of the old man. And when she got back out of the car to assault him, and she was scared. But here he is saying, let me get back to this, okay? I know you guys are yapping in there, and Rod, hi everybody, says, let's see here, Diamond is this, Diamond sis, gotcha. How's it going there, man? We're breaking this right down. We already did the trans investigation. I don't know, I can't really say no. Can't say it's definitely not, but and then again, I haven't had that. I've seen enough for her to know that she's probably not, I don't know. But then again, I never, I was fooled by all of those ones that are in the trans investigation, so I shouldn't talk. I have no room to talk. I've been fooled already.
Is parked in my parking spot on east side. She's a delivery person some type, and she is in.
Sometime or some type? I think sometime, right?
E110. There is a person in the building that's not supposed to be there, and her car is parked in my parking spot on east side. She's a delivery person someday, and she is in the building. I saw her go in. Yeah, you want them out? They're still here. One of the new residents was coming out E2, and she went in there when the door was open.
That's so weird. Is she out there right now, or is she
No,
long gone?
but she's gonna be here because she can't get out, and I'm parked behind her. So come on out.
Yeah, I said sometime. So there's two things he said there. That why would you say that if you're on the phone with security? I mean, unless you knew. If you've seen her before, you'd know that she's not supposed to be in the building, right? It's like, oh, that chick's not supposed to be in the building. She came there before doing shit, probably. I'm thinking. That's what I'm just thinking. She's been there before. This guy knows her. says sometimes she's a delivery person. And there's been other times when she's not. Maybe she's been homeless and hanging out in the parking lot there or something. I don't know. There's something missing here. Because there's two key pieces that this guy just said. And there was another piece too that's involved there where he said she went into the side door instead of the front door. So that is another piece of information that gets rid of her claim that she stopped at a desk and talked to the staff and told them everything in her information and all that shit. That was all a lie. So, yeah, and her being a hoe for 8 years makes all this make sense. I don't even know why I'm sitting here questioning it. Like, to tell you the truth, like, it's like not like we have to. It's like you have to explain things. Because I was sucked in by, like, I didn't know she was a hoe for whatever, 8 years, and had a glory hole video, and I just thought she was some dopey, dozy Bond and behind a car, and she was playing that role like she was, and she's had all these multiple personalities, and she was schizo, and we just were in the chat room telling her that, yeah, you gotta do this, and you gotta do that, and, you know, everybody's like, yeah, that's happened to me before, too, and just going along with whatever she says until you start hearing, I don't know. That's when I heard about what was going on with Nick, and then she started talking about that. It was like the same time, this court thing, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I didn't know who the fuck Nick was either.
Now please, come on up in East Parking.
Okay. Do you have any idea who it was by chance?
She's a delivery person.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll be right out.
Okay. Person of some type, and she is in the building. I saw her go in. You're not even speaking. Go in that door. Go to the front door. Hi, this is R.D. Miller, E110. There is a person in the building that's not supposed to be there, and her car is parked in my parking spot on the east side. She's a delivery person of some type, and she is in the building. I saw her go in. Yeah, you want to come out? You're still here.
Oh, I was just talking about that. We were wondering if, and I figured if the guy did, like the security has an incident probably written down, said come out there and talk with the guy. The guy probably sounded like he was pretty serious, so the security guy had to take a report, like right on his little notepad for the log. So-and-so, and he, whatever, 117 or whatever his part was, got his parking spot taken by a delivery driver, and the lady went in 2B, and this guy said she's not supposed to be there in the building, so I don't know how that works out, because, like, if you go back here.
It's valid to have a parking spot, like, in a handicapped space as you are. So I'm gonna go live right now, thank you.
Hey!
Your name isn't on it, and I have a handicap tag. If you would like to go to court over this, we can do
Get the
that.
hell out of my parking place.
It
Hey!
doesn't have your name on it. That's a name for anyone with a handicap. You're a great day. You're an asshole. Get over here.
Yeah, right away she calls him an asshole. He just said, get over here, get out of my parking spot, right? And he's an asshole. He's the asshole. There's where it started. She didn't even, first thing she said, she didn't say, oh, excuse me, you know, you must be somebody that lives here, right? Like I said, yeah, I live here, that's my spot. Move out of it. Not argue about if it's his spot or not. Like she knows. And she's calling it her spot because it has a handicap sticker on it. That's why it's her spot. It doesn't have his name on it, it doesn't have hers, but it's got that handicap spot which matches her sticker that is in her name. It has to be. And she has to be a handicap. But meanwhile, she's running off. This old guy's got a limp around, probably got some shrapnel in his hip. Maybe in his head too. Might have lost an arm, we don't even know. He could have no arms. Could have been just driving with his mouth on a little knob thing. You know? We don't know. And she would have still just, could have been a quadriplegic, fell out of his truck trying to get his spot, right? He had to fall out of his truck to go get security and crawl and drag his body. And she just just kicked the guy, if that was the case. He's lucky he wasn't.
You're not in speech, but go in that door. Go to the front door.
Oh yeah, there, Diane says, I forgot to say, if the cops did come on that day, it would have probably been a certain shift. They would have taken a report, and then they're probably doing other calls, and then when they got time to look at it, they'd probably take down the details, and then they probably wouldn't get unless they got the security camera at the time, if this guy made a big enough stink. If the old guy made a big enough stink, and there was, like, if they showed him his fingers broken, he had to get an ambulance coming there. Like, I don't even know if that even happened and stuff, like, we're just speculating, but just say he did get charges. He wanted charges. Well, they came, took the information, probably be at 10 days, maybe 2 weeks max, I think. You'd have to hear it within 10 days, I think, because there's like a, you know, it's not like they just take it and forget about it. There's a limit, and everything's got to go through. So I think to give it a week to 10 days, something like that, would be fair. If anything happened, we'll should hear about it. But it's not like they're going to be easy to find her, because we don't know about her plates, and her registration is in a different state. I know all this shit I'm finding out here about this deal, and I'm kind of thinking how it will go with the investigation, trying to peg her down, because it's not like she has a fixed address that you can just show up at and see what I mean? Like, it's like that's how she's operating too, all rogue. Just break any rules and hide out and not be trackable and off grid, but working and getting money in account. Like, damn. Yeah, it was an elderly security community. Yeah, a tweaker, yeah. She's a tweaker. I mean, she's been known to tweak. And other stuff too. She has no handicap sticker, that's what I was just saying. She left that at Nathan's place, I think. He showed it when he was live, and it was in a box. She left it in the garage. Yeah, she got that box when she broke in, didn't she? When she broke in his garage. That must have been something she needed to get, because that's a big scam for her. It's like, oh, I have somebody else's. Like, she gets her in a spot, but it doesn't get her out of getting caught doing that. What she did now, where she has to be exposed for not having a real handicap sticker. That's an extra, I read, $1,000 to 6 months in jail, and $1,500 on top of that. So $2,500 and 6 months in jail maximum, I think, penalty could happen. Just with the sticker. If she gets nailed for assaulting a guy, is touching your car an assaultable offense? That's what one has to ask here, because that would make the difference between this being, I don't know, man. That depends on the cops too, and how hard the guy wants, how bad the damage is, maybe. But it's still illegal. It's still a crime. It's still a crime what you did. Like, I know where up north here, that would be considered if you had the proper evidence, like photographs of the injuries. She already admitted to, not under oath, but her whole story wrapped around how there's 3 instances of her describing that she wanted this finger to something, I can't remember. She wanted to make it bleed or, I don't know, bruise it. She said she wanted to do something to his finger. smash it. She said she wanted to pound it. She pounded it. No, she didn't want to pound it. She wanted it to... She pounded it, she said. And then later on, she said she wanted to... Like, she wanted to do worse. And then the day after, she said she wished she had something she could have pointed at him to make him not even touch her mirror. Yeah, she took other stuff from her, left the box in the garage and showing what she says she never did take that, but somebody was saying she did get one. Because I heard that her car that she used to have got taken to the scrapyard or to the impound with the ticket in it, and she went to the impound and got the ticket out of it. Maybe was that before she went to, no, that was after, so let's see, run. Yeah, that's fucked up. I'm just reading what some of our page wrote here. Because that was talked about too, right? How they just that what's her name? Victoria. Victoria does that. She'll go in a chat room and say stuff to make somebody wanna, I guess, just rub them the wrong way enough if they're, if they're that kind of person, I guess. But this guy, like, it's like, what the fuck? How come all these people are attracted to this type of thing? And it's all in the open here, like, these guys are just talking on this way. Like, is this just a thing that's supposed to be normalized now? I mean, is that what this is? I know I already discussed how he's a sick fucker and he probably just loves being evil, Just likes to be evil because he's got a dark mind and his, he wanted her she wanted his fingers high belt powers. See, you made it. And, yeah, we did a whole transvestigation kind of, well, a little peek anyway, comparison. A little comparison against, this. And, where is it? Shit. This, this body here to the ones in, I'll probably play a few more spots on it, but she was pretty close to a few of them when you compare here, like the size of this, all this, but she's an extreme version. Right? This is like a 9,000 model compared to the 5,000. Yeah. Shit. I spilled my water. There you go. Right into my computer. Damn. It's okay. I'll just throw a ShamWow in the case. That always works. So I was watching this. And yeah. Just the stuff that's coming out about her, like, I mean, he's talking about 8 years of being a hoe before, before she met Nick even, or even met, all of that whole crowd, right? It's been like 3 or 4 years or something. Or like, I remember that she's with, that crowd with, Baked Alaska. I know when that started, right? So it's kind of when it all began, and then before that she was a hoe and she had a boyfriend for 8 years or something, or a bunch of boyfriends, or just a whole life. Yeah. I don't know. She's broke. As far as I know, she's broke all the time. She made $6 one day and she made 17 another, she said. When will LVGI to the vet? Where's Peter? Yeah. So it's like weird. I think most of us think that she's just like a zombie dog now. It's like Pet Cemetery, Gage the cat, you know, just a husk. So somehow it moves around and just it still stays alive. Yeah. But if they're $100 a night, that'd be $3,000, right? $3,000 a month. But she didn't go every night. And then probably more than that, like $160 or something. The kind of hotel room she would get, right? I don't know. She ain't gonna do that. She's gonna say she's gonna help the dog and she'll just take the money and use it to what she used to always does when she gets money from the dog, right? She bought pet insurance. She actually bought pet insurance. I don't know, really. So I guess once she had that money, she get that out of the way and she'd be fine, right? Oh, she never bought it. Probably. That's what I think. She would be that responsible, right? That's a lot of money to just say, oh, I can get high for a few days on that. Fuck that. And that's what she would say. She lost her gig app, sounds like to me. How did she lose it? Like, they said, fuck you. They got complaints or something. I don't know. Insurance. Extended stays in hotels are $1,500 a month. Huh. What kind of hotel though? Motel. It's like a Hotel 6 type deal, eh? Just a cheapie. So you say $100 room would be twice that. Then, nah. She just pissed away the money. She spent a lot of money on the car. You know? When she got the car, she had to get a bunch of parts and her shit fucked with it. She probably spent maybe $7,000 on the car altogether. Maybe. Could it be? Maybe an extra $1,500 or so or something like that, I think. Not sure, but it sounded like wasn't like something that it wasn't nothing. Tires and all that, I guess aren't that much, but I think it's probably $500 then. $500 for tires, and she got all 4 new tires, and I was thinking she didn't get the money at all, or she did, but it was only, enough for the car, or maybe a few grand, and then they made up a story to make it look like she was doing really extra good, for whatever reason, but it looks like she got pieced out to her, a couple grand here, a couple grand there, and then, she just burned through it like that, I don't know, it seems like it. Oh, yeah, she's starving like Marvin. Starving like Marvin, man. See? I see here. She's starving like Marvin. And on top of that, we were all wondering at the same time that she posted this shit. That, because, I read this first, and then she put this up later, like, there's a man, and then the man comes around. That song, And that was at the same time when somebody posted on my page about transvestigation with these drafts. So then I went there and it was called, let me see where it is, I'll put it on again. So it is something to compare with to what we've been looking at with her. Oh, I went on the screen. Sorry about that. Hey, someone page had you had her that what the hell is it? It's the giraffe going over the cliff at the start, right? And the giraffe that goes over the cliff at the start of your video, so that's hilarious as fuck. But you must have known about, did you know about the video here? This Prince Simon Carey or whatever, long necks. He does these transvestigations. There's a bunch of videos there, different ones there, but this one was the drop one. Somebody wanted me to watch it, so I put it on tonight. But you know, everybody's calling her the draft anyway, I heard that, but fuck, there's like a whole bunch of trannies that are draft trannies here, dude. It's like, fuck. Yeah, right. She's gonna put that in her, she's gonna have to start another file, another, evidence file on chat. She's like talking about Q and how she can spend all day on the phone and find out where he is, blah, blah, blah. That's really burning her ass, eh? She really wants to, she's got that in mind. But yeah, she's gonna blame everybody for her gig app shit being down, or I don't know, what's not gonna hire her no more or something. She's already shit on people's food and been fired for that. Now she's attacking elderly at the old folks' home when she's supposed to be delivering food there. And instead she's causing disturbance, almost giving an old guy a heart attack and making him have to get security instead of just park his truck and have a cheerful day. Dude's supposed to be a vet too, somebody said. But I don't know for sure. I don't know if there's been no CNN report or, Fox local news where the guy's telling her, yeah, this guy here, look at this lady, listen to this video, and everybody gets to hear it, the whole city, and they're like, oh, that's the hero from the war, he's a decorated veteran from Vietnam or something. He was carried out of the bush with shrapnel in his head. Damn. She screwed up that, she screwed up this, she screwed up everything. breaks the rules wherever she goes. She actually deserves what she gets. She's lucky she got that damn car. She wouldn't have been able to get it without that guy, right? You know, that's how she got it, right? She got that car because that guy gave her that money. So therefore, who else would have gave her money if there wasn't that guy there to do it? I mean, how fucking lucky do you get? To be honest, like, if you want to use the phrase to be honest, to be real, nah, Daisy's not into the same shit, eh? She's more just on the beach talking to herself, not trying to just be some kind of show, some kind of fake in a car life. She thinks she's so cool in that car living like that. Very comfortable with it. Just wonder how many maggots are in there. I gotta take a break here. Well, that was an interesting take at the end there. Everybody that writes science fiction dictates that the government's gonna be tyrannical or utopian type tyranny type shit. They don't want to see her. Her mama don't want to see her. Mama don't want you. You know, this is her song. Mama don't want you. Daddy don't need you. Give it up, baby, baby. Mama can't buy you love.
But I have a efficiency, so it works out.
Yeah, different if you're in California, imagine.
Yeah, I grew
I'm worried about the. There's been a lot of deaths on the highway down in
It's
California
toxic, I'm sure.
because of distracted driving. It's a big deal, and this tick is like compound, triple. Like that one day I got her getting honked at. And there's like 3 things on there that are the reasons why people get distracted, and one of them's eating. Like, you know, you have to put your hand in the chip bag to get your chips. And then she's got her, just before that, her hand's in the chip bag, you can hear it crinkle. And then she's got her other finger, she doesn't even have her hand on the steering wheel. Because she has one, she's got chips in one hand, and she must have her elbow on the steering wheel or something stupid like that. So she's just driving like an idiot. She's got her finger on the touch screen of the phone to delete that guy, you know, block him on her chat room. She's the one doing it. She can't just have an op do it. She's got to be the one doing it. And, you know, looking at that, got both hands tied up, and then a honk happens, and it's like, literally.
Yeah. How you are? Hello, Joe. Big one. Josephus, it was insane. Oh, now I'm saying I'm almost done. Oh, like, oh my god, I'm almost done. Or I made it, I'm sorry. Now I'm saying I'm almost done. What's up, what's up? Does anyone notice? There's a corpse in this bed.
It's at the point where it would have to wait for somebody just to die now. You know, somebody get hit. It's already, luckily nobody died or got seriously hurt from that last incident. The viral incident. But I figured she could have possibly saved a life or two if she stopped. It wasn't streaming and she was driving and she wasn't distracted. You know, period. If she's doing that, that's actually a step in the right direction.
Thank you. I don't mean to be cruel, but like I feel like people want to just watch me not have emotions, and I'm not a human. It makes me rage sometimes because it's not true. I don't know if people get that that's how it comes off to me. Like other people don't mean to be that way, but appreciate the understanding. Sorry. Remember when I went to Kensington with my friend and we passed out the sandwiches? I like doing stuff like that. The toxic shit had have gotten in the way. The dog stuff and the pedestrian stuff could have still probably been okay. But never wanted to be a big known person anywhere publicly on anywhere. That shit terrifies me. I don't like that much attention, so I'm happy with where it's at right now and having my regular, offline, normal jobs back, you know. Colors those ocean blue Mazdas, but or Toyotas or Hondas.
I think she's gonna. There's a high chance that if she might be driving and eating at the same time, and she'll start coughing and inhale some food and be choking and have to look at chat, check chat out while she's choking, and get her other hand out of the bag of chips. Yeah, that's why I said she needs one of those Tesla self-driving cars, because this just isn't gonna work.
I'm strung out on THC, bro. I agree with that.
When I was in LA, when I came down. Also, I want to get some gravy. I don't know if gravy's in this aisle. God, boomer. Thank you. All right. These are Zoomers. They're normal. See, I like Zoomers. I don't have a problem with Zoomers. It's boomers, though. Motherfuckers. Okay, I could get an oil to put in, too, that I know Abby will like. I just gotta make sure it's one Abby can have, which would be, I believe, hemp oil. Or, the other ones are not ones you give to a dog. The other one would be fucking, what's it called? It's a seed. Flax.
This is ridiculous. I still don't have an answer, but I'm kind of thinking that she's getting some kind of oil to put in her vape for the dog. Like, is that what I'm supposed to be gathering here? I still, like, it seems that way. And it's like when I did a video the other day, right? And it's like I said, I know she watches my videos, because even last year when I did those videos, she tries, and everybody else was kind of banging on her for the same shit too anyways, right? So I can't take credit for that, but I know, like, nobody else was doing anti-vape, or, you know, I did the anti-vape thing the other day, and I read out some stuff that's bad for the dogs. You think she would have listened to that, right? Just notice that, hey, just vaping around your dog is the bad thing you're doing. Not try and get a vape that's safe around your dog when there's no such fucking thing. You see what I'm saying? That's what she's like doing here. Let me just rewind it again. I want to see if I caught that whole sentence. It's just a little bit here, but stupid as fuck.
Would be fucking, what's it called? It's a seed. Other ones are not ones you give to a dog. Oil. Or, you just gotta make sure it's one Abby can have, which would be, I believe, hemp oil. Or, okay, I could get an oil to put in, too, that I know Abby will like. I just gotta make sure it's one Abby can have, which would be, I believe, hemp oil. Or, the other ones are not ones you give to a dog. The other one would be fucking, what's it called?
I thought that she was a vet tech. Like, me.
It's a seed. Flax. It would be flax. I don't even have flax. It's fine. I'm just gonna get a gravy though. I'm making it as appetizing and rewarding as I can, because honestly, my little girl.
You're not even speaking. Go in that door. Go to the
I don't know what the guy looks like, so I just used Mr. Magoo.
front door. Hi, this is R.D. Miller, E110.
The basement. Hi, Ohio State. Hi, everybody. That was fast. I really don't feel good though. I apologize. Hey, Joe. But yeah, I'm a little dehydrated, I think. But I gave Abby all the rest of my water because I didn't have much for me. It's okay though. Oh, you juice head. I'll get some soon. Like, I hope my belly's flatter for tomorrow, because like I'm gonna be embarrassed. I'm a fatty. Like, covertly asking for a dono either, but... yeah, I am Giant Shrimp because before you guys took all my income away, which is really hard to do because I had so many different kinds,
Yeah, here's where you get blamed for taking that income away, right? She has so many different kinds. Well, she has 8 links right now.
yeah, I had a lot of safe... I had what you call backup plans, but you went after all of them. Shut up. Only the internet could do that, because my ex wasn't smart enough to do that. He used you guys to do that. That's how it connects to PC 653.2, you dumb fucks. But I digress. It's not like he had a supporter already ordered or anything, right? It was all in my head. I sucked a bunch of judge dicks. Anyways. No, I have a lot of evidence. Am I even going to use most of it or directly charge people with it? Not interested. Does it help with other cases? Absolutely. Also, one day I will show you guys a concise, reduced packet in sections of all the bad stuff that happened. And maybe some of you weren't around, maybe some of you just pretended it wasn't as bad as it was. But my God, you will be shitting yourselves when you see what I have. And I'm not using it all, but it is for other things. And it's also just in case people run their fucking shit. I've got a lot of stuff ready to fight back. And I mean literally, obviously. Reduce because you never want to overwhelm the courts, and there was such an abundance of it. Also, with 653.2, you have in like chat rooms, because it's a dox law. So you have to get like, okay, so the proof of me being stalked and the interference with the ex parte, it comes from 4 different chats in 4 different months. I didn't know I was being physically stalked at after when Trino admitted it in someone else's chat. So like that's how that works. So you gotta have the...
He's Kristen.
That matters because you already committed crimes in other forums I have evidence for. That's what you don't need. When you have enough for sufficient proof, you don't need to overwhelm the courts with more. See my point? So what I did is I have a packet of all my friends who got targeted, my family who got targeted, my income, who stole my domains because I have a trademark. I am vegan patriot. Where? I have the certificate for that, by the way. Q, you're a dumb fuck, by the way. You're so stupid. I can discover Q easily. All I have to do is sit on the phone all day and press for it. That's not the point. However you say...
False report against someone fired at the business.
Well,
exactly.
less is more, but you don't want it to be pointless.
So she has all this evidence, but the income sources she lost. Now my screen comes back here. This thing keeps shutting down on me. I think when it gets so long, the stream gets so long, it starts to want to fuck up more. For no reason. I do have a few things, but it's not my computer, it's like the levels. If I talk too loud, it'll disconnect, or if it's too bright, something like that. But, you know, she lost one source of income because she got caught dumping her dog shit on something, and then yeah, what's that? Can't check call. Yeah, exactly. Can't just call chat because chat doesn't like them. It's gotta be a justifiable reason. And there were justifiable reasons. She's breaking rules as usual. Doesn't want to follow the rules, the community guidelines. I think she was mad because she lost her AdSense and da-da-da, but that was because she was sitting up black screening and leaving her stream running with her sleeping, right? She'd just be sleeping and not doing anything, not creating any content. That's against the guidelines. I don't even know about this $2,700 Blazer. Was that a sport coat or a truck? I don't know. I guess you're talking about a Blazer truck, right? Chevy Blazer. I don't know. I never heard about it.
And my God, do I have some of the most powerful shit ever. That's why when I would show it, You know, I wouldn't. Yeah, maybe for you, Jen. Because well, no, you're probably smarter than most of them. I think most of them were so stupid they really did be thinking they could commit crimes. That's why I have a little respect for you. You disgust me sometimes, especially after some of the shit you pulled and what you were part of. But I have a little more like you're okay to talk to. I'll never try. My head hurts so bad. When I was in LA, when I came down. Also, I want to get some gravy. I don't know if gravy in this aisle. God, boomer. Thank you. Alright, these are Zoomers. They're normal. See, I like Zoomers. I don't have a problem with Zoomers. These boomers, though. Motherfuckers. Okay, I could get an oil to put in, too, that I know Abby will like. I just gotta make sure it's one Abby can have, which would be, I believe, hemp oil. Or, the other ones are not ones you give to a dog. The other one would be fucking, what's it called?
Oh, okay. I think that's what she's talking about, is using hemp oil or something for a vape, right? That's gotta be it. Nothing else makes sense. But you don't use hemp oils for vapes. That's not what you use. So that doesn't make sense. You can't use that in a vape thing. You have to use glycol or whatever that shit is called. Ethylene glycol or some kind of crap like that.
Called,
Glycerin. Glycerin. You can use glycerin. I made my own vapes using glycerin. Those would be the non-toxic kind. And the glycerin burns on the element the same way, kind of thing. It's just irregular glycerin, no, not this glycol stuff, the plastic shit. I mean, that's what everything's got in it, but if you want to make it natural, you make it out of that. Like glycerin. I don't know. Yeah. No, she's working on a new trial this century now. Seems we're gonna have more court.
Flax. It would be flax.
Whether it's on her terms or it's, one way or the other, she's gonna end up in court. I think within the next month, right? People are already putting dips in that. It's gonna be next week.
Fine. I don't.
10 days.
I'm just gonna get a gravy though. I'm making it as appetizing and rewarding as I can because honestly, my little girl.
You're not in speech, but go in that door. Go to the
I don't know what the guy looks like, so I just used Mr. Magoo.
front door.
Well,
Basement, hi Ohio State, hi everybody. That was fast.
skip that. I've heard that enough.
They don't feel good though. I apologize. Hey Joe. But yeah, I'm a little dehydrated, I think. But I gave Abby all the rest of my water because I didn't have much for me. It's okay though. Oh, you just had. I'll get some soon. Like, I hope my belly's flatter for tomorrow because like I'm gonna be embarrassed. I'm a fatty. Like. I'm not covertly asking for a dono either, but yeah, I am giant shrimp because before you guys took all my income away, which is really hard to do because I had so many different kinds. Yeah, I had a lot of safe. I had what you call backup plans, but you went after all of them. Shut up. Only the internet could do that because my ex wasn't smart enough to do that. He used you guys to do that. Have a lot of evidence. Am I even going to use most of it or directly charge people with it? Not interested. Does it help with other cases? Absolutely. Also, one day I will show you guys a concise, reduced packet in sections of all the bad stuff that happened. And maybe some of you just pretended it wasn't as bad as it was. But my God, you're shitting yourselves when you see what I have. And I'm not using it all, but it is for other things. And it's also just in case people run their fucking shit. I've got a lot of stuff ready to go if I have. also,
How does she think she's gonna get something going before? Like with the Nick TV thing, she had kind of what do you call him, advocate. She had, domestic abuse counsel. That's that little reach there they have her. They have services in the courthouse, right? And the lady's in charge, works with the judge. Now, with this other kind of case, now she's in a assault. This is domestic violence. This is something where you need special, you need a lawyer, right? What kind of judge is gonna listen to her fucking try to take the place of lawyer for what she calls case, but
with 653.2, you have coordinations in like chat rooms, because Knox law. So you have to get like, okay, so proof of me being stalked and the interference with Ex Parte, it comes from 4 different chats in 4 different months. I know I was being physically stalked that day until after when Trino admitted it in someone else's chat. So like,
okay. Let's just know a little bit about how courthouses work and how this evidence gets processed and stuff. Now it's this. Do you know how much video she's got there? And I think most of her, all of her evidence is only, well, if it's gonna be chat rooms and shit like that, they're not gonna just take her stuff. It's gotta be presented by a specialist, right? If it's gonna be some kind of big major case or something. And if it's video, the judge can just not look at it. I've seen that happen, in a courthouse when you don't have a lawyer. What the fuck? If you're just pro bono on yourself, I would say, and the courtroom works. If you have video evidence and if you don't have it on, if you don't have it on your own device to show it to the court, and have to use the courthouse computers. It's not every computers are set up to watch every kind of video. You might have all your evidence in one format that's the judge can't get to work, or they can't get audio to work. I think it's tell you that too. Pretty fucked up. That's why you need specialists. And she's talking about all this evidence, like, come on.
that's how that works. So you gotta have the
He's Christian.
that matters because you already committed crimes in other forums. I have evidence for. That's what you don't need. When you have enough or sufficient proof, you don't need to overwhelm courts with more. You see my point? So what I did is I have a packet on all my friends who got targeted, my family who got targeted, my income, who stole my domains because I have a trademark. Yeah, I am vegan patriot. Well, I have the certificate for that, by the way. Q, you're a dumb, by the way. You're so stupid.
It looks like you're fucked on the domain thing, I would say.
I can discover Q easily. All I have to do is sit on the phone all day and press for it, but that's not the point. I said, well, less is more, but you don't want it to be pointless. It has to be powerful. And my God, do I have some of the most powerful shit ever. That's why when I would show it.
How would she sit on the phone and press forever to find out who some anonymous guy on the internet is? Either way, if those domains were yours, you would have them in your possession. So possession is 9/10 of the law, right? That's just a joke. If you think you're gonna try now.
You know, I wouldn't. Yeah, maybe for you, because well, no, you're probably smarter than most of them. I think most of them were so stupid they really did be thinking they could commit crimes. That's why I have a little respect for you. You disgust me sometimes, especially after some of the shit you pulled and what you would have. But I have a little more. You're okay to talk to. I'll never trust. My head hurts so bad. Whoa! Leave the city. Did you notice nobody can see you now? Your voice has been removed. The voice you had in the chat didn't belong to you. Literally that was my right way, but sure, like, literally, that's the first honk I got. I'm not actually over here, though. That's like the first main honk I got that was actually, like, directed at me for something. Other than that lady, the one for no reason, because I still was supposed to go first. Fuck you. It's actually pretty uncommon, though, over here, because the PCH is so linear. There's not really adjacent angles people can come from. You don't have a lot of it over here. I've hardly gotten honked. That was like the second time I've been honked at. And like I said, I probably was driving a little bit technically faster, but like by like 5 miles, but not by much. But I always drive a little faster than I'm doing by like 5 miles. But like, yeah, no, that person had the responsibility to make sure nobody coming forward where I was coming from, because I was coming from an area of a direct driving and at a higher speed. And when you come off from the side streets like that, just like be honking at people to get out of the way when they're already at the right of way. And we all had cross section, but yeah, no, there was a car in front of me, and then another car that went, and then it would have been my turn because that one guy got there last. And when you get to the stop sign last, you're the last to leave the stop sign. That's how that goes. Fuck. Fresh and it tastes good and it's tender for you. This is on. Is this designated? It says handicap on it. I also have a handicap tester. Am I not allowed to park here? Because it's so this is for an actual person. It's not a general handicap spot. Parking spot, like in a handicap space, as you are. So I'm gonna go make my delivery now. Your name isn't on it, and I have a handicap. If you would like to go to court over this, we can do that.
Well, 5 parking spaces.
Hey! Does it have your name on? Doesn't it anyone with a handicap?
I'm gonna eat the,
You're not in speech, but go in that door.
let's
Go to the front
go down
door.
here. Oh shit. I'm gonna go on mute for something here.
Hi, this is R.D. Miller, E110. There's a person in the building that's not supposed to be there, and her car is parked in my parking spot on east side. She's a delivery person.
Hi, Ohio State. Hi. When I was in LA.
Where's that?
Thank you. I don't mean to be cruel, but like I feel like people want to just watch me not have emotions, and I'm not a human. It makes me rage sometimes, and it's not true. I don't know if people get that. That's how
I'll play this again.
Let's say that vegan patriot theoretically is capable of having sex with a male. We don't know if she actually is. And I'm talking about vaginal sex. Not oral, not hand jobs, vaginal. I know I'm getting a little explicit here, but we do not know. She's never done vaginal sex adult content, has she? The public has never seen whether or not she actually.
Nick would know, right? Well, Nick's never said, actually. One thing he said is, I think he said she stank down there. Well, I mean, he didn't have to tell us that, but we just took that for granted that that would be the case. But yeah, it's kind of funny he hasn't been explicit with that. He said he couldn't hit the cervix. Well, maybe he does now, sir. Okay, so that's even. You can't win with that one either. If he says that, can't. That doesn't mean shit, does it? Like, not really. That doesn't help get the answer we want. That actually help the other option, which is why wouldn't she have a cervix? Nah. Maybe Nick was just being cheated. He'd been having a cervix or the, whatever he was talking like he needed to do there.
Has a vagina or not. We don't know if she actually has ovaries. None of it. But let's say theoretically she does. If Brandon Q had had sex with her that night, theoretically he could have gotten her pregnant. If he did, and she had conceived and had the child, he would unfortunately be permanently attached.
I don't know how loud this sounds out there.
A criminal, a piss-poor spirit human being.
Make the screen smaller a bit. Shit. I think it's getting close to time to wind down. I'll probably just wind down here a bit. Can't watch anymore of what I watched. It's like I'm all played out of that shit, You know the clippers know what that's like when you watch this shit. It's just like... So I like to do a review of it. So I like to, she got a couple of things came out there today, or whatever they were. She put, she did the old, black screen and then muted screen on top of that. And I figured, holy shit, is this what's gonna happen? It's just gonna be muted in black screen all day long. And I think it was like she knew she's gonna be driving. And just before she did that, I don't know, I think it's still up there on her, whatever she said, something about going to Idaho or Oregon or something stupid like that. Like she's taking a break, she's leaving town, and I don't know. All I know is she went dark. She went dark today, and it was after all that honking and everybody just, she couldn't help herself from not getting honked at. So whether she's getting honked at when she's not distracted by her stream, that's not something we can speak on, right? If anything happens, but as far as her being out there that we're aware of, being distracted and us being witnesses to the honking, or the people in chat being witnesses to it, it's not possible. So that's why I named this stream Saving Lives. Because there's a good chance we could have saved a life by pointing out her bad driving. Puts everybody at risk. Putting everybody at risk on the highway. All right, everybody, have a good night.